Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 2, the Supernations mod. Our first little series or let's play that we've been doing, or we're going to be doing, since several months ago. Pretty much last year was the last time that we were actually doing any sort of campaign with the Supernations mod. And so you may have noticed something a little bit different today as far as the videos. I am sort of experimenting with webcam footage and including that into my videos, and so hopefully that turns out well enough. The mod itself is not completely done as far as the whole event chain for the update that I want to release, but it is going to be coming out shortly. I'm just doing some final touches to the mod itself. But I figured with the whole ParadoxCon or PDXCon this past weekend and Victoria 3's announcement, that I'm just going to go ahead and start the campaign. Let's go ahead and experience what it's like for the United States of America post or this new update, which I think I'm having as version 1.3, maybe? That is not confirmed. That is going to be up to determination on what number I'm going to give that. But basically, this new update is going to be about the United States of America. And so there's going to be a ton of different events that I've added on here. You kind of see in the back here that there's already a lot of save files I've been working on as far as some end game content. But the early game is completely done and finished. So I'm going to jump in here and we're going to play it together, and hopefully by the time this video goes up that we'll be having not too much longer to wait for the next update for the mod. So anyways, we're jumping in as the US of A, and let's see how this goes. Alright, I'm hoping that this webcam is in a good position. It shouldn't block anything. I've sort of tested it around. Let's jump into the political map mode and see what's going on. And so, of course, the United States of America starts in 1836 with the British to our north, Mexico to our south, Texas in a current war of independence against Mexico, and, of course, uncolonized terrain out to the west. We are going to go ahead and send some expeditions over here, start colonizing these territories. There shouldn't be much to do there. As far as this goes, I'm going to start the process of encouraging intellectuals because we want those research points. We want that bonus as soon as possible, as well as getting our literacy up as quick as possible as well to get those points. We can drop our naval spending. I'm not too worried about that. Military spending I would like to see go up so we can get some more troops going, and probably increase our tariffs just slightly. It says that we have a projected deficit. Whether that's correct, I will see. It's not exactly always correct down there, and which is something that I'm assuming that Victoria 3 will fix. I'm excited for that, at least. More accurate ledgers. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and jump into ideological thought first because we need this. We also need, I think, realism to launch the event Manifest Destiny, and that is going to be one of the first things we need to do. Before, even prior to that, though, is Texas. There's gonna be a lot going on here in Texas. We don't have to do anything just yet. It's going to fire all by itself. So let's go ahead and start researching ideological thought. I think the music is a little too loud, don't you guys think? Let me see, music volume. Hopefully it wasn't too loud before. That should be totally fine there. I could adjust that in later videos anyways. Let's go ahead and see what type of troops we have to deal with. We got 3 infantry, 1 artillery here, 3 dragoons, and of course we have a surplus of infantry. So let's see, Hot Springs has 3 infantry. Let's go ahead and split the dragoons, send 2 of them to that army. You go here. What we're going to actually do is probably see if we can get 1 army nearly full of what we want, meaning you're gonna have a lot of artillery and you're not gonna have any. You also need to go over here and we need to start working on artillery. In fact, all of these can be artillery. And so for any of you guys watching who's been following the Supernations mod, the last few dev diaries have focused a lot on more the early slash mid game sort of the beginning of the mid-game of what's going on with the mod, but it's been quite a bit added after the fact, as far as the late game goes, that we're going to be seeing later. And also a lot of edits I've done since the dev diaries themselves. I've been working on it for the past few months. I made a few changes because I was doing a little small personal run through the game, just kind of correcting any bugs I saw. But this should all be good. Apparently we can release Quebec and Bangor. Did not realize they had a core down there. That's interesting. Regardless, we're going to get that all taken care of. Our Navy, I'm almost tempted to actually delete it because we don't really need it. And especially not the Man of Wars. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of naval stuff until later on. And at that point, we'll be able to afford to build a brand new Navy. So I'm not too worried about that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these ships. Sort of save us some money. That's good. So let's start the game. Our national focuses are selected. Economy is all good. Everything should be set in stone. We're the Democratic Party. A laissez-faire economy, so there's nothing we can do as far as the economy goes. And that should be good. So let's get going. First Minister appointed. We have a landed gentleman. So that's actually really good for us because we don't really have many factories at the beginning of the game. But our RGO throughput, farm size, and mine size, that is huge for us. So you should see this number pop up just a little bit. Maybe. It's still pretty sporadic, so I don't know. It's varying just slightly in the black. So I think it's black. Or is it red? Is black positive income? Probably positive income, isn't it? The red. We're slightly in the red. What can we go ahead and do here? We want our army to be maxed out. We're going to be using it. Tariffs can actually probably go all the way up. Mostly because we don't have to worry about factories being closed down because of tariffs. It's mostly going to be our RGO output. And so this isn't going to drop too much because of that. And so we're making plenty of money. We're actually doing good as far as financial stuff goes. And we are just how I like it. They're not getting much of their needs, likely because of the bureaucrats. No, actually. Who is not getting their needs? Artisans. That is pretty ranged. It probably depends on. It'll probably balance itself out. Or there's simply some trade goods that are just not being produced or sold to the degree that the artisans need to be making money. Military is marching over here because one of the first events in the mod is going to be the Alamo. And so that should be happening relatively soon. The game's actually moving fairly slow. I'm kind of curious if it's because of the webcam. The webcam may be making it so the game progresses a little bit slower. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the case. Usually it does go faster than this. So we may have to look into maybe disabling the webcam a little bit later. In fact, I can do that right now. I'm going to pause it really quick, disable the webcam, and see if it goes a little bit quicker because waiting around a lot is probably not what you guys want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that super quick, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, we are back. It turns out that I have no clue why it was doing that. And so we're just going to keep going, seeing what happens. It's possible that it's always been this slow, and I'm just now realizing it. Ignore that. Okay. I mean, it's manageable, right? For a YouTube series, at least. It might just be because I'm just recording in general. Anyways. And Victoria 2 is always known for not being directly optimized, per se. It's not nearly as... because I think it only runs on a single core because it was made so long ago instead of running on multiple cores of your PC. Hence why it tends to run a little bit slower. Alright, so we get those two. Probably get another infantry in that unit. And I think that unit should be good after that. These units can just go to Baltimore. And save that. Let's see. How's the war going? Texan War for Independence. Mexico's actually losing. They actually lost the battle, surprisingly. 20. They only have 3 units still. We could form an alliance and try doing this. I think as soon as a province gets occupied, the event fires. Just trying to remember. Oh man, it's going slow. FRCA Nicaragua's right there. No, we are not taking that alliance. There's 2 right there. This army is good. This army can get some more artillery as well. And that army should actually be mostly fine as well once the war starts. Yeah, maybe I've been playing too much Imperator. Just feels like the game speed is just super slow. Alright, so they've taken San Antonio. And the event has yet to fire. There we go. Now there. So remember the Alamo. 30th October 1836. The Alamo has fallen to Santa Anna and his forces. Surely this will be a rallying cry for all Texans in their war for independence. This also, however, gives us ample opportunity to intervene in the war. Should we intervene and free Texas from the dictatorship of Santa Anna, or perhaps wait until a more opportune time presents itself in securing Texan independence? That looks like a typo right there. So there's 2 options here. The first one is basically the normal route for history. Of course, we can go ahead and intervene like normal players do later on and just get a status quo, or we can actually go ahead and declare war on Mexico and give Texas all of their claimed territories. All of this right here. And that's what we're going to do. So remember the Alamo, declare war on Mexico, and let's get our troops in there. Let's go free the Texans. See if we can do this. Definitely do not want the Texans to peace out before I can get this going. Anyways, got these territories, so create protectorates. Let's start sending expeditions out to Washington and Oregon. We can make these, just that province actually, a state. Looks like they're allied with Colombia. That's interesting. Very interesting. Shouldn't matter regardless. It's just be a short war for us in grabbing or making sure that Texas is free. And American War of Texan Freedom. Texas acquires all states with core provinces. Now let's move in. However long these ticks take. And looks like 24, 26 October. They're going to Lubbock. Oh, they actually pieced out with Texas. Interesting. I guess that's one way to do it. And they're heading here. Let's actually go ahead and attack them there. Can we catch them? We will be able to catch some of them at least. Zachary Taylor's +1 attack. Oh, they're exiled. That's why. They must have pieced out right when the war started. Oh, they're actually going to attack us on 10th of November. I'm actually fine with that. Oh, nope. Now they're going. 19th November. They're getting there on the 13th. Darn it. So you wipe out that army. Let's see if we can wipe out this one. Maybe we should actually go this way. That's 1.5 war score. That army's been completely wiped out. And they have 15 brigades left, which looks like it's probably just the armies that are over here. Should I trust Winfield Scott and be able to win that battle himself? They're going to play with them. They're going to Goodland. So actually, they're going to be separating. So that's totally fine. You just go ahead and occupy that. And you're over here in Goodland, so let's go ahead and send this army over there. It's already going. You, on the other hand, can go ahead and meet up with this army. They'll be in El Paso by the time you get over there. Or El Paso. And they're retreating, so let's just go ahead and take out this army. Loreto we just took. Portugal wants to ally, but nope, we're not doing an alliance with Portugal. And let's see if we can win this battle. As long as we get a good roll, we should be good. Looks like we aren't. That is something we won though still, so that's fine. Chase them down. We're at 3 war score. Or 3%. And we'll keep hunting down this army. We'll wipe it out. Oh, so that's done. In fact, you're going to wait there until the new army gets there. And just do that. We won this battle. They're going to Alamosa. And they'll get there before us. Should still be fine, though. That's a lot of debuffs. Now they're going to Moab. I am actually... Yeah, we're not going to follow them just because that's going to be way too much attrition. And plus, if they're going to be in the mountains and we attack them, that's -3 dice rolls for us. Which definitely adds up. Probably take way too many losses if we were to do that. You, on the other hand, can stay there. And you should be able to recover. Yeah, there we go. Doing small border skirmishes. That's basically what this war sums up to. And they're retreating, of course. They're going to El Paso, so we'll actually wait here and follow them in as soon as it hits May 1st. They're going to Teleka. So we'll follow them there. And as soon as the 1st of May rolls around, we're going to send this army down to El Paso. And let's head down. And we should be able to hit them. Yeah, we're going to hit them before they can move. Let's take out this army here. Not doing nearly as well as I wanted to with that battle. And now they're going to Albuquerque. We'll actually get there first because we have a plus 10% speed buff with our general. We just totally stack wiped that army. We're heading into a right direction. Will they peace out yet? They will not. Of course they won't. I'm sure once we wipe out their entire army, that's going to change. So that should be about 30,000 troops right here, 10 brigades that we're chasing down. So now they're attacking us, and they get the debuff. Should make things end a little bit differently and in our favor. In fact, so much so I'm just going to ignore that. They're going to Tucson now. We should be able to beat them. Oh, we'll get there at the same time. But if we attack or defend, it shouldn't matter. We can gain the conscience. That's fine with me. Create a protectorate. So let's go ahead and finish the rest of these expedition colonies, whatnot. So that is done. We have Hawaii over here, but that is not going to be available for annexation until we get revolution and counter-revolution. But of course, it's obviously Russia and France. Russia, we want to get Alaska from. France, we want to get the Statue of Liberty from. That's not going to happen until after the Civil War, but we can start a little bit right now. Trail of Tears, we're going to just get that taken care of out of the way. Just because. House Gaggerel, let's take that too. Intellectual is increasing rather slowly, but the benefit is marginal, but it does build up over time. Did we finally wipe out that army? We have 0 brigades. We finally wiped out their army. We'll send you to Albuquerque, because all we have left to take is actually just these territories, not even Albuquerque. But they still won't peace out even if they have no army. But that'll change soon enough. Go to Oklahoma City, and do we have the Taking War score yet? No, we do not. There's only 3 more provinces, I believe, or is it 4? It's 4, actually. Alright, I'm going to have you go up here, start working on Pueblo. Oh, good old Vicky music. It's the best. Oklahoma City, let's go to Wichita. And so, for anybody of you guys who have been with my channel for a decent amount of time, you'll probably have watched my previous United States Let's Play or Run. And that one was pretty fun. I think I did the HFM mod when I did it. Not with the Supernations mod. It's a little bit different, but it was still fun regardless. This one should have the we'll get a lot further. Let's just say that all of North America will be ours, hopefully by 1900. And when I say all of North America, I mean all of North America, the Caribbean, as well as Greenland. So I mean all of North America. Here we are getting our Taking War score. It's going to take a while. Or we can march down to their capital. So we can take that and end the war early. Because it is taking a while. It's probably also because we have Colombia in the war. Which doesn't help us as far as getting more war score. Like it normally would. And I never actually had Colombia join in on the war. That's something completely new for me. And at 0.91, 0.92. Discontent emerges in Canada. Okay, so guys, this is the second event of the Supernations mod that I've added in. And so I have replicated the rebellions, was it 18... Well, the Patriots War, basically, in Canada. Between Lower Canada, Upper Canada, and the UK. Basically, subsequently after this, the UK reorganized Canada. They reorganized the provinces into actual Canada, which paved the way for the actual creation of the Dominion of Canada. So let me go ahead and read this. So begins rebellions. This is the event that popped up for the UK. So discontent has begun to rise in our Canadian provinces. Apparently their loyalty to the king is not sufficient. Let they be warned that rebellion shall not be tolerated. So take that away. So discontent emerges in Canada. In an interesting turn of events, the British provinces in Canada have begun to erupt in localized independence movements. We stand ready to watch what may come of this. Ominous. Interesting. So the Canadian provinces are rebelling. As of right now, you can tell they have 0 brigades. Of course, chances are the UK will win that war. I mean, that's an accident. But we'll see what happens. Anything can happen, of course. Well, it should be a few months before the actual war starts, because right now they're just Dominions. They have no troops whatsoever, even. And you can just stay back here, I guess. We're done with the war on that front. And we're just going to march you down Mexico City, take that over, and hopefully get this war to end earlier. Because once we have their capital, they should peace out. Oh, they'll accept right now. So, Texas acquires all states with core provinces. Ooh, glorious Super Texas has been born. We've done it, guys. We have helped the Texas Revolution exceed even our current timeline. So there we go. Texas is now Greater Texas, whatever you want to call this. A big blue blob between the U.S. and Mexico, of course. We'll see if that actually even lasts. They're currently in our sphere, and we're allied with them. So not much to say there. Of course, their population is incredibly low. There's nobody that lives over here. There's not really anybody that lives in the western portion of the country anyways. I'm actually really excited for Victoria 3. Obviously, I think everyone is. But for various reasons, as we go through this campaign, I'll be noting. One thing is that the population map mode. It's kind of hard to read. You see the different slight changes of color. But I like to see some sort of improvement there. It's just kind of difficult to tell the difference. I know in more recent games, it's a little bit easier to identify. Well, obviously. But anyways, there's lots of things to be excited about. Our military or possible soldiers has been weakened quite a bit. It looks like, I didn't even realize Colombia was over here. We're sending you back home. And that's about it. So that's probably going to do for our first episode of our brand new Let's Play series. And so we're going to end it here. Following the Texan War for Independence, and we will be looking at what's going to happen here in Canada over the next episode. So anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. As always, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing if you would like to see more content just like this, more frequent uploads. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.